Alright, so we are live. We are going to be doing something a little bit different today. So to give you a quick update, we're almost at 700,000 and we are going to do the Class C certification in the TBM 930. We currently have a Class A and a Class C. The objective here is to make a smooth landing. You get 2 stars for between -50 and 200 FPM landing, and 1 star for 200 to 300, and 3 stars for 500. So, or for 50. But considering that the landing, a safe landing is between 60 and 180, 50 I'm not really shooting for, but I don't know, we'll see. I've only flown this plane for a test once before, so we're going to head over to 13 NM, not to be confused with nautical miles. It's actually 157 nautical miles away. But we're going to head over to Silver City, New Mexico. This is Beaverhead Airstrip. So the first thing that we're going to do here is buy this certification test. So it costs $1,705. So we will buy that. It's preloaded. All we got to do is get to the airport. We're actually currently not there. So if we go to our pilot, we're currently sitting in KFHU. So we want to go to 13 NM. And let's see. This is going to cost us $3,500, almost $3,600 to move our pilot and plane from KFHU over to 13M. So we'll go ahead and do that. I did change my profile picture. Got a guy with a beard. But so now we're currently sitting in the airport with the certification test. And I think all that's left to do is head in there. And hopefully it'll start. I think we need to be at a parking spot, not the runway. We'll see. I might have to redo that. Yeah, we're not getting notifications, so we will redo that. So 13 there, and we'll be, there's only one parking, very small airport. So we got the TV 930 selected, and we'll get this thing going. Alright, hopefully we can do this on the first shot. We will see. Alright, we're loading up. Let's see. Alright, how do we set the hangar here? and we go to myself. Oh, alright, I see what's going on. Alright, so if we go to the hangar, we haven't assigned ourselves to our plane yet. So we got the TB there, so if we assign ourselves,
First step, start your engines according to the aircraft procedure.
now we kick off. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is adjust the weather because I don't want to do this test in the nighttime. So we haven't seen this airport before. We got the moon out. We know how to start the engine, but we're just going to do the autocomplete here beforehand. Crash, de-ice test, blah blah blah. Once we actually rent this plane or buy the plane, we'll start doing this ourselves. I think we want to pause. We're going to check our NG here real quick.
Now that the engine is running, taxi to the runway. Don't exceed 25 knots while taxiing.
Alright, so we got a taxi to a runway. Once we do that, we have to turn on our landing lights to get the next setting here. Alright, just want to make sure that the Alright, so we get a quick look at the TBM 930. It's a little different. This is a Garmin 3000 as opposed to the Cessna 172 as a Garmin 1000. I'm going to pull up our maps here. Alright, so looks like all we got to do is turn around. So we'll go ahead and do that. So first, we're going to check our lights here. Oh wait, that was landing lights. Alright. So access lights, cabin lights are on. We can turn the dimmer, strobe, that, and pulse. Actually, no, we don't need the pulse. And we're going to do taxi lights on since we're going to be taxiing. Our throttle is on high taxi. That's fine for now. We can close that. We can close the weather. We can close ATC, I think. This is going to be a test flight. Our landing gear is down, obviously. And we should be good to go. So the parking brake is here. That's why I removed the yoke. So let's see. Are we ready to go? I can't say I'm not a little nervous on this one. Haven't really flown this plane too much. Our battery stuff is here, our fuel stuff is here, our ignition switch is over here, our lighting system is there. Let's go ahead and turn on our interior light just in case. We want to be ready to go here whenever possible. Our flaps are up. Engine's 27%. Alright, so that's not too bad. Alright, so we are going to Release the parking brake. We're going to move this to slow taxi because we don't want to exceed our speed limit at all and waste our time here. Alright, so we're going to get our view all situated in this plane. I'm looking out the side window, see if we're moving. We're starting to move, we're going to reduce it. Alright, one good thing about this plane that I noticed is that it handles really well on the ground. So we're going to taxi up just to the runway here. And then I think, no, we're going to go all the way up to the runway. Runway sits, it's a grass runway or a dirt runway, so this is it. Not the most ideal situation for a certification test, but that is fine. So what do we have to do here? So looking at this, we got to taxi to the runway, keep the ground speed under 25 knots. Once on the runway, turn on your landing lights. So we're going to turn on our landing lights.
Align with the runway and take off.
So we're going to follow the instructions here. First thing we're going to do is adjust our heading up. We're currently sitting at 7,300, almost 7,400 for ground level. So we're going to set to 8,400 for the preset altitude. And we're going to take off here. So, alright, wish me luck. This is hoping to do this on the first shot here. So, Silver City, New Mexico, Class C certification in the TBM 930.
We are now in the air. Remember that here at NeoFly, we have to take care of our cargo and passengers. Don't bang or pitch too much for the entire flight. Now, climb to 1,000 feet AGL.
Alright, ground level was 6,400.
Now do a U-turn. Remember to watch your bank angle.
So now we're going to do a U-turn. So we're currently sitting at 113. We got to get down to right over there. So we're going to adjust our heading to about there. We're going to check our throttle. 75% is good for now. We'll leave the landing gear down. It didn't tell us to do otherwise. We're gonna have to watch out for that mountain for sure.
Now climb to 3,000 feet AGL. Maintain the same heading.
Adjusting our vertical speed so that we get over that mountain. $9,400 for the 3,000 above ground level. See if they want us to go one more. We can go one more if they want. I think we're good on the above ground level. Should we go another 100? I think we need to reduce that. We'll do 500. Or, no, we're going to do 400. I think she's just waiting until we get further away from the airport. Yeah, it's climb 3,000 feet above ground level, maintain your current heading. So we should be good. Alright, they just have us flying super far away from the airport. Well, not super far. I guess it's probably good. They're going to give us distance to line up to the runway and everything, so. If it's anything like the Class C or Class, what was the other certification I had? I think I had an E. That one, after this, they made us do like a 360. That's what we'll do. The airport's all the way out there. Oh, I know why. Let's go ahead and adjust this up a little more. because I think the ground level changed on us from the airport. So, don't know what the ground level is right here, but we will check. Hopefully we can do this in time before we get disqualified. Alright, ground level is 5,100 feet. So that would be 8,100, wouldn't it? Doesn't really seem right. No, it's not. 7189. I'm gonna blow this test because I can't figure out the ground level. I don't think we want to do 8,100. Can this tell us what the ground level is? Because, I mean, how far up do we look? We don't look that far. Alright, nice. We are... That we're gonna do... Where is the button? Alright, pitch should be good. Or altitude hold. There you go. That's on. We're gonna do a 360 to the right. So 293 is where we gotta get back to. Ah, Silver City, the elevation is 3,000 or 7,378, so that's why. That makes sense. So I had it wrong. It wasn't 6,400, it was 7,078. Our altimeter was off, I think. We're still sitting pretty good here. So we're looking to get our heading to 273. There we go. We're going to do a complete circle. Currently sitting 24 nautical miles away from the airport. And maybe if I can do this, NM55. I'm going to set that as the departure. Alright, now we got ground level. Very cool. What's our warning here? Alright, we cleared the warning. Alright, we're gonna keep going.
Now go back to the departure airport. Align with the runway and do a touch and go. A landing vertical speed of more than minus 400 feet per minute will not allow you to pass the qualification.
Alright, we're gonna head back to the airport, do a touch and go, and we need to, I don't know, I mean it should be good. 400, less than 400 for the touch and go. That's the first part. We got to do 2 landings. So one's the touch and go. Just going to land on the ground, immediately take off. Take a sip of coffee. Alright, we're sitting 26 nautical miles away. We're going to get a little more lined up with the runway. Start reducing our throttle, get our speed down to at least 175. We're going to introduce some flaps. Level out on the speed. Alright, we're sitting good. That dot up there is the runway. It's a dirt runway, so not too much, we're not going to have any lights or anything. Speed's getting a little low. Torque is a little high. We're going to undo some flaps. Reduce our throttle. We're going to check out what this warning is. ITT. So there we go, we fixed that. Alright, speed's doing good at 130. Dropping down slowly. We're going to start adjusting our heading just a little bit to the right. Alright, our speed dropped below 100. We're going to try to get that a little bit better. We're going to zoom in on the runway, hopefully. What are we sitting at? 14 nautical miles out. Can't really see the runway just yet from that viewpoint. Or that one. So we'll wait until we get a little closer. Double checking, landing gear down. Throttle sitting at 25%. We're 13 nautical miles away. Haven't landed on a dirt runway in a little while. Make sure we line up here. Alright, torque obviously doing good. Propeller RPM good. NG good. And ITT good. All sitting good. We're 11 nautical miles out. Thinking we're gonna have to make a right-hand turn soon. Alright, speed, everything's looking good. I'm gonna turn autopilot off, take control, and do everything manually here. We'll put our yoke back on for this. Alright, autopilot's off. Here goes nothing. This is the first step of the certification, so we got to do a touch and go. And then a full stop. Airport sits at 73, almost 7,400. Whoa. Just trying to adjust my trim. we got the runway. Let's get down to like 2%. Alright, we're sitting good. Let's make sure we got all the view of everything. We got the runway in sight. Wind is very favorable. Or no, we don't have the wind up on our thing here. So the wind looks like it's going to be coming left to right at 12 knots. Drop down to 10. .4 miles away. Alright, we might actually be going into the wind. That's what it feels like. Speed good at 120. Drop speed down a little more. Got a little gap with the river there. Is there a river there? I don't know if there is one. Alright, we're coming in, coming in, coming in, coming in. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Nope. Boom, done. I don't know why that happened. Alright, we're gonna go back. We gotta repay for that. Alright, we're gonna take a short break. I'm gonna get a coffee refill. I did not do the touch and go. Oh, that sucks. Alright, cup of coffee, and then we'll be back.